Hey y'all, it's Bennett, and it's time for another Pickups video. That's right, we are back again with a Pickups video. I know it's been a while since I've done one covering the various things that I've gotten at thrift stores and video game stores and the like, but here we are. So, what have I gotten lately? Let's show you. These are from Valley Rescue Mission. This is a chat headset for the Xbox One. This was Color of the Week, I think. I think I got this. I think I paid $2 for this because it's listed for $4, and I'm pretty sure I only paid $2 for it. So I might actually need this, or I might be able to sell it for maybe $10, that kind of range. So that'll be nice. Easy decision to pick that up. Now, this one is something I might not always pick up, but it's a big box, almost complete Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2012 for the Xbox 360 in good condition, and for a mere $2 I couldn't leave it at the store. Couldn't let somebody else have it, you know. It's got to be mine. So the only thing it didn't have was the game. So my thought process was, well, for $2, surely I'll find 360 Big Game Hunter 2012 somewhere in my travels. So figured I would go ahead and take home the big box and keep an eye out for the game. Yeah, $2. Now I move on to a couple of Goodwill pickups. These were also Color of the Week, and we have Ski-Doo Challenge. This was listed at $5, so that's $2.50, and that's complete. Not something I would necessarily add to my Wii collection were it not $2.50. If it was the full $5, I think I would have left it. Similarly, Just Dance Kids 2 for the Xbox 360 Connect. That was Color of the Week also, and so I got it for $2. Now, I am sort of kind of not really diving into it, but sort of gradually getting all the Xbox 360 Connect games. So this is one I didn't have, and I'll take it for $2. And it is also complete and just needs to be cleaned off with some alcohol or some such. So add those to the collection, or I think Ski-Doo Challenge sells for close to $10 if I wanted to sell it. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, the whole selling stuff. Moving on, we got we'll go to another Valley Rescue Mission. I went to Valley Rescue, looked all around, didn't find a single thing that I wanted. This is a place I usually have pretty decent luck, but no luck this time around. And then I happened to see in a stack of DVDs this label sticking out, and I was like, ooh, and I knocked all the DVDs over and threw everybody out of the way. This was at, like, on the front counter, like they were getting ready to put this out or whatever, but I beat them to it. So this is Spider-Man Web of Shadows, the Amazing Allies edition, for the PlayStation 2 video games console. And I see allies on there such as Venom and Wolverine. Yep. A lot of people like them Spider-Man games, and I mean, pretty much can't go wrong. This isn't, there are some that are like really valuable. This isn't the most valuable one of the bunch, but they're all worth picking up for your collection. And that was whatever their usual video game price is. $2, $4, something like that. Then we move to a different Valley Rescue, and we picked up, this is Wii Sports Resort, in a case only, generic case only. And again, I don't know whether these were color of the week or not. I don't know. But this was like $2, and it trades in at GameStop for like $9 to $10, or it sells for $10 to $15, even loose. So that's worth picking up anytime you see it, and it was in pretty good shape. Then we have Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. I don't usually pick up games for Xbox One, but this was cheap, and I didn't have it in my physical collection. So Bulletstorm, I've played around with the downloaded version of the game, and it is pretty fun. So, can add it to the collection as well, or see how much it's worth selling off. And I lost my receipt. I guess it doesn't matter. And finally, we got a couple of PS2 games. WWF, was it F back then? WWE, maybe. Still, yeah. SmackDown versus Raw, with that evil person on there. And WWF SmackDown versus Raw 2008, and both of them are complete. And I don't need a bunch of wrestling games for the PS2, so one of them sells for 10 something. At any rate, it would be between Wii Sports and one of the wrestling games. I could sell those and keep the Bulletstorm and the other wrestling game for free. And at that same Valley Rescue, but in it, like, those were under a glass case, which, but then this was tucked in amongst the DVDs. We got Big Game Hunter 2012 for the Xbox 360. So yeah, within a couple of weeks I had already got the game I needed to complete that big box big game hunting game. So now I can look at all sorts of realistic animals and shoot them in their fluffy little faces, which is not something I necessarily am going to do.
Isn't it beautiful? My God, it's coming right for us!
But hey, now I got a complete big box hunting game with the gun and the game and all that stuff. And lastly, took myself back to Second and Charles, and because I had, from my last big purchase of Super Nintendo games, which you hopefully saw the video of recently, I racked up $10 in rewards credit there. So I took myself over there, and using my $10, I got $10 off of Street Fighter the movie, the video game, for the Sega Saturn. It is complete, except I guess it might supposed to have a foam thing there. Or maybe that's just, I guess Saturn games had foam. Anyway, Sega Saturn, the digitized movie versions of all your favorite Street Fighter characters. This is probably not such a great game. I remember I played the arcade game a time or two back in the day, and like on emulator and stuff, and it is kind of a weird, because it's all digitized, it's a weird hybrid of the Mortal Kombat look and the Street Fighter playing style. I think they made a bunch of changes for the home version to I don't know, improve the gameplay and stuff, but still probably not all that good.
one, fight! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Push! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Push!
But that's okay. It's funny, and it was rule of funny. I got $10 off of it, so it was $40, which was fine. All right, so that brings us to the end of our pickups, and something I mentioned in the recap was that I am trying to be more cognizant of the resale value of the games I pick up for my collection, because lately I've come to realize that I might just have too many games. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of not a real thing to have too many games, because everybody can, I mean, there's always room for more games. But I guess the problem is I have too many games that are not things that I really have a whole lot of interest in playing or keeping or whatever. So the main thing is run out of space in the shelves here. I mean, I'm out of space. Done with space, and there's not space in the room to add more shelves even. This is what it is. So the alternatives are put games in boxes and store them under the bed, or maybe try to trim down the game collection. Again, I can't believe the words are coming out of my mouth, but it's something I've been thinking about quite a bit. And yeah, so I barely had room to shove the Super Nintendo games that I got, boxed Super Nintendo games, recently, to put those on the shelves, and I'm still trying to reorganize some other things to make up for all the space that they took up. And you know, with barely having room for the games that I really, really want, like Super Nintendo or Nintendo games, or even original Xbox games, I'm gonna have to think about downsizing things that I don't really care for, like a bunch of Wii shovelware, or PS2 duplicates, or really other PS2 games. Because I mean, for me, I lean towards the Xbox more than the PS2. So, yeah, so I could stand to trim down the PS2 collection a little bit, or maybe a lot. We'll see. So stay tuned for future videos detailing what I'm going to be doing with the collection, and may have some ideas for being more specific and focused in my collecting going forward. So those will be coming in a future video. But for now, I'm just going to be reminded as I go along in thrift stores and so on of, don't just get things to fill in the space, because there's no more space. Get things that I can sell, so I can just put the money together to actually buy games that I specifically want, like those Super Nintendo games. Yeah, so I'll probably have more to say about that in a future video. Yeah, but for now, I appreciate everybody that has been watching these videos and liking and subscribing and all of those things. It is a lot of fun to do these, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye.